Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now I should have uploaded this video slightly earlier, but I got busy. But look at that. Either way, so this is the final Dormammu quest, and as always, you know, with these monthly quests, I really cannot be bothered to read what all those boosts do or what you're supposed to do. So I just kind of threw together a random team, and I figured I'll see how it goes. Now I did pack in Hulk specifically for Dormammu. Everything else is kind of fairly random based on memory that I can kind of remember from the previous quests. So this one is where basically opponents have a 50% chance to evade at all times, and Mallman's just gonna do an absolute number there, especially because he can get those intercepts on demand. We can see this fight lasted like 11 hits. Now I didn't actually pack in a perfect team at all, but this Black Widow fight is going to be a bit dodgy. Now, Mallman can still work here, because obviously he does have guaranteed crits. Or he does not get damage from bleeds, and he does not get damage from... how do you call it? Well, the burst damage if opponents have shock applied to them. Now I was testing my luck with a heavy attack, trying to find the range. And damn that Mallman's tiny heavy attack range. And we can see here that, man, that Black Widow is going to be hitting so hard in my block because she has 4 cruelty passives, and I completely ignored that aspect. And now we can see that she crit through block there seemingly, and that was like a 20% damage or 15% damage immediately. Now I shouldn't have activated my level 1. What I should have done is push myself up to level 3. I also made another mistake by not keeping true accuracy active. But you know, we're gonna survive, so I'm just trying to be as aggressive as I can here. Again, as I said, bleeds do no damage, shock does no damage, but whilst I'm in frenzy, I do have the guaranteed crits on my basic attacks, so that kind of puts in the work there for me. Again, unfortunately, I missed heavy attack once again. I really would love Mallman with a proper heavy attack reach. How OP would that be? Mallman and Hulkbuster, the 2 champions, and Reed, I guess, but mainly Mallman. How OP would be that proper heavy attack range. And now I'm just utilizing the critical setup node. So every time I finish with a medium, I'm going to have a guaranteed crit, and that's going to be pretty much it to finish out this fight. So as I said, this definitely wasn't a perfect counter here, and I'm sure that there was a boost to help me out, but well, we're fine. We're fine. I'm actually also kind of dripping last bits of energy here. You can see me, I'm going to be using the small energy refills because I didn't want to use the big one in order to finish this quest. But next fight is going to be this offensive of, well, the vigorous assault Deadpool X-Force, and I'm going to use Diablo for this one. No particular reason. I could have used pretty much anyone for this fight, because the only thing that you need to keep in mind is that, you know, they are unblockable whilst they regenerate, but that's about it. And Diablo kind of works fine here as well, from a point that he does have regeneration abilities in his base kit, so that can kind of offset some of the degen damage. But there's going to be a silly small mistake later on as well in this fight. So part of the purpose in uploading these is just to show that, you know, you can make mistakes, you can get hit in the face, but you can still finish this quest just about fine. It's really not all that bad. And I understand that it's easy for me to say because I'm bringing in like a full rank 3 6-star team, but I definitely didn't bring in the heaviest and hardest hitters. We have no Ghosts, no Quakes, no Archangels, no Hercules, stuff like that. I'm just kind of having a bit of fun with Jofixit, Diablo, obviously Mallman is GOAT. And there I made a mistake. I always do this with this Deadpool so often. Can we have some sort of hashtag I2 or hashtag a level 3 in the comment section if you do consistently hit a level 3 from the Deadpool X-Force? It's just such a common thing I do either in arenas or some random quests when I'm not paying too much attention. But even in stuff like Labyrinth of Legends, like I think my record, because I have done Labyrinth quite a lot of times on stream, and I think about every other time I do that fight, I hit that level 3 because I just kind of happen to forget about that. Next up, I'm going to be going against this Iron Man, and I'm going to be having a bit of fun with Hulkbuster. Now, this is the node where you kind of have to have 3 debuffs and 3 buffs active on yourself in order to be able to deal full damage. Now, Hulkbuster has no problem placing 3 debuffs on opponent, and you are going to get up to 2 buffs. So I think my damage is going to be reduced by like 20% for most of the fight once I get my second armor up. So that's not too bad. As long as I get, 2 armor ups, we're going to do vast majority of our damage, and that's going to be just fine. And here we are about to see Hulkbuster put in some work. So we're going to go in our level 2, power drain, sweet, and then just drop some heavy attacks there, because why not? And that's going to be 1 dead Iron Man there. And final level 1 through block, sweet. Hulkbuster is such a fun champion. Next up, who are we going to be going up against? That's going to be the Immortal Hulk. I think for this one I'm going to be using Mole Man once again, just because I knew for a fact that Mole Man can finish Immortal Hulk before he reaches 15 charges. I don't even have Deep Wounds active here, but Mole Man does enough burst damage and bleed damage to get this fight done. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. I know that definitely Nick Fury can do it, but I think Mole Man is capable of doing it as well, where you can get down the Immortal Hulk quickly enough so that he doesn't get those 15 charges, because it's not directly through combat, and damage over time doesn't generate his gamma charges, or barely generates his gamma charges. I don't think it does at all. So here you can see that he's only at like 10 charges here, and I'm gonna tap him again. He only reached 11. The key mark there is 15 charges. If he gets to 15, he's going to trigger immortality, unless you have like assassin or some ability to bypass it. Now this is going to be a bit dodgy fight. I actually forgot to read this fight beforehand, but I'm going to go in with Joe Fixit. And America Chavez, everybody knows now at this point how annoying she can be, but she also has Power Focus 2 and Specialist 1. That means those special attacks, well, they're going to be coming thick and fast. And she starts the entire fight with throwing a heavy attack, which is like exactly what I don't want her to do. However, we are going to witness something awesome from Joe Fixit there as well. So I just wanted to get the 4 spades. I think it's called spades. Because that improves his damage the most. That is kind of like the damage sign. For Joe Fixit, and we're gonna see that single level 1 there, 6 bleeds, and again, if I had Deep Wounds active, this fight would have been over at this point. If I had Deep Wounds active, this fight would have been so over at this point. Instead, I need to deal with 2%. And then she even tags me here after I try to punish that level 1, but it's all okay. So I do land a quick intercept, get to another level 1, and that's gonna be way overkill. So a bit messy fight, but that was quite nice bleed damage from Joe Fixit. I did enjoy that one. And now I think we just have the Dormammu fight left. I think. And there's obviously unnecessary path there, but I barely make, you guys are going to see here. That was my last small energy refill as well. I used all of them up for battlegrounds and stuff. But now we have the Dormammu fight. And I did read the notes for the Dormammu fight beforehand, and I didn't see anything too crazy. Staggering Beauty, Encroaching Stun, Prey on the Feeble, Prey on the Weak. Sure, why not? So just don't nullify his stuff and we're gonna be fine. And that Staggering Beauty, iHulk doesn't particularly care for it, or if you're not using buff-heavy champions. In fact, it's actually a nice note to have, because I'm gonna have the opportunity to heal via willpower there, and, why not? And now here, unfortunately, he throws that special attack just a tiny bit too slow, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it to my level 2 before Encroaching Stun timer ticks off. Perfect. Drop my level 2, and with that the fight is over here. And iHulk absolutely tears through that Dormammu, and that's just about it. That's the entire thing here. We're gonna collect the rewards in a second. Yeah, unfortunately, this side quest could have been so much better. It's just so unrewarding. It really is. Even this final quest only gives like 500 shards. It should be regular daily 500 shards. Because if you get 500 shards a day, that's only like 15,000 a month or something like that. What the hell? But Kabam does Kabam things. Either way, the only good thing is that you can get a guaranteed class catalyst with that mystic currency thing. So I kind of like that, but that's literally just about it. But yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know how did you guys do this quest, and whether you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. See ya.
proceed with. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about